went fishing at this loaded golf course with high chances of getting kicked out. I fished here once before, and that's when I got the hook stuck in my forehead. But today I'm back to catch some bass. I'm using these centipede-looking baits that catch so many fish. I took my first cast, and there I already had a fish on. And it just turned out to be this baby bass that for some reason was bleeding. And I made sure to get a really safe release on him. I moved halfway down the pond, and not long later, I already had my second fish on. I could tell this fish was a huge bass, and I was hoping to get it on shore. But sadly, it plopped off right when I got it to the bank. It didn't matter though, because 15 minutes later, I hooked onto a fish that I wasn't gonna lose. Once I had this fish on, I could tell it was way bigger than any fish I've caught today. It was a pretty long fight, but I got it on shore, and trust me, this isn't even the biggest one I'm gonna catch. I'd say this fish was 1 to 2 pounds, and he was actually a decent-sized fish. I released him safely, and then I kept fishing. I grabbed some more bait, and then I threw my line right back into the water. On my first cast with the new bait, I already had my biggest fish of the day. My rod tip was bending like crazy, and I could tell this bass was so much bigger than the other one. Once I got it on shore, I found out it was a 2 to 3 pounder that smashed my bait. This guy definitely wasn't small at all, and it was pretty hard to grab him. Once I got him, I made sure to get a really safe release on him, and he swam off just like the other one. I figured out that my rod tip broke from that fish, so it was time to leave.